Hey guys, welcome to Wise Walk Podcast, where I'll give you self-care tips, motivation, and positive vibes, helping you unleash your full potential. I'm excited. Thanks for listening. Hey guys, today's episode is Just Start. But first, let's do our deep breathing. We're going to smile. Breathe in our nose and out our mouths. Again, smile. Breathe in your nose and out your mouth. Smile. Breathe in your nose and out your mouth. Alrighty, let's get started. I hope that deep breathing was very relaxing and refreshing. So once again, today's topic is just start. So this topic came to me when I was just sitting down and I was just thinking about how long it took me to finally start this podcast. I actually came across a note in my phone, like in the note app on the iPhone. I came across a note that I wrote back in 2018. I think it was March 2018, so early of 2018. And it was a list of goals that I had wrote that day. And one of the goals was to start a podcast. And I just started in 2020. I just started a couple months ago. So I'm just sitting here like, why did it take me so long to actually start? And I'm not saying that it's super easy, but it's not super hard, to start a podcast. So I'm just wondering what was stopping me. And then that's when I realized it's the thought of actually doing it that was actually stopping me. Like, it may sound crazy, but I realized that it's the thought of actually doing it that made me not do it. And you're probably thinking like, that doesn't make sense. So hopefully you guys have an example and can relate to this. But let's just say, okay, we're going to just use a podcast as an example. So let's just say you really wanted to make a podcast and you already know everything you want to talk about, the name of it and everything, but you just don't start it. You just choose to procrastinate and just don't do it. And then that just keeps going on and on and on. But then when you finally wake up that day and say, today's the day, I'm going to go ahead and start this podcast. And once you actually take that first step, guys, I'm telling you, like, this gets me excited, because once you actually take that first step and the doors actually open, it's no stopping you. It's like, oh, wow. You finally made that big step, and the step may not even be big. The step, just say to start your podcast, you may download the app and go ahead and upload your first episode, or you may come up with a picture that you're going to have as your podcast logo, or you come up with your own logo, anything that you do. We have to realize once we finally take that first step, you don't slow down after that. I mean, you can, but it gives you kind of a boost of energy and kind of gives you fire, underneath yourself once you actually do start. And I feel that, especially with the podcast. And then I'm just sitting here thinking, once again, I wrote that goal back in 2018. We're in 2020, and not only are we in 2020, but we're at the end of 2020. And once again, I just started this, 2 months ago or last month? Why did it take so long? Because I was procrastinating and I was afraid. I was afraid of the unknown. But I feel like with anything in life, when you finally take that first step, you realize, oh my gosh, for 2 years, I have been sitting in fear because I didn't know where to start or how to start, and I never started. And then when I finally decided to start, that's it. It's done. It's over. It's the road has opened. It's kind of like perfect example. When you're driving and you're using GPS and the GPS tells you to turn right, but the GPS doesn't know that road is closed today because of construction. So the GPS tries to reroute you, and it ends up taking you longer to get to your destination because you couldn't turn down that street that the GPS wanted you to go down. Yes, you still end up getting to your destination, but you kind of had a detour. So I feel like that's kind of how life is. sometimes we get to roads that are closed, and we can do two things. We can either stop and give up, or we can just find an alternate route and still get to our goals and still accomplish our dreams and things like that, because we just go ahead and take that step. Just think, if you're using a GPS, the road is closed, and you just decide, okay, I'm just going to stop here. What are you going to do? You're going to sit in your car at this closed road and not have anywhere to go because you're not moving. But once you start moving and driving into a different direction, the GPS picks up and it realizes, oh, she didn't make the turn that I told her to, so let's reroute. Bam! That's exactly how life is. Start that business, start that podcast, start that new Instagram you want to start. Whatever it is that you're trying to do, just start, guys, because I promise you, and I don't really promise a lot unless I'm for sure, but I can promise you that once you actually start, the possibilities are endless. Like, once you actually start and really actually do it, actually do whatever it is that is the first step, the doors will open, everything will fall into place. Things will start to become easier. Not going to say it's going to be easy, but things will become easier. And next thing you know, you're going to accomplish your goal that you set out for. So thank you guys so much for listening. I hope you guys have an awesome, productive, wonderful week. And I'm telling you guys, just start. Whatever it is that you've been thinking about for years, for months, for days, for hours, just start it. The only thing that can happen is you either be successful or you learn a lesson. That's it. I don't think you ever lose when you try stuff, especially stuff that's outside of your box. You're going to learn or you're going to win. So take that chance, guys. Follow your heart, follow your dreams, accomplish those goals, and let's be successful. Thank you.